Welcome to another episode of Porch Drunkies, episode 4. I'm Thomas.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Jason.
And tonight we're going to start off the conversation with cartoons, apparently, because we
Kind of got on that conversation
kind
already.
of got on that conversation. Yeah. So one of the things that Megan was saying was Tailspin. Tailspin.
Tailspin.
Which
I
was a
love
spin-off
Tailspin.
of DuckTales.
It is, actually.
Yes, it was because of Baloo,
Baloo.
Uh-huh.
which
was
is also
Baloo.
a tale or like a spin-off of fucking the
Jungle
Jungle,
Jungle
Book.
Book, yeah.
So
What was Jungle Book a spin-off of? Tarzan.
Durr.
Huh? No?
No.
Totally
No.
different
No.
mythos.
Okay.
Totally different.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yes, just like Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
When they went to that island.
Or the time they went to Robin Hood, and there was that Fox King, and
No,
all
he
that
was-
stuff. Was he a fox?
No, are
No,
you talking about Robin Hood?
was a fox, yes.
No,
In that movie.
Robin Hood was a fox.
In Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh.
When they traveled to...
I thought he was a lion.
I don't remember, man. Come on, you gotta understand.
He's
There's been
sounding
a
so
lot
confident.
of years between the time I've seen anything with Angela Lansbury. Is that her name is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Murder,
With
She
that
Wrote.
lady.
Yeah.
And you know how much cloudy stuff is between that time?
I've slept since
Puberty.
then, so...
That's what's between that time.
Yeah, that was what is
That's when you were
making
dreaming.
it difficult to remember things.
Puberty.
Puberty. You know, that puberty, it clouded my mind so
And
much.
Angela Lansbury just didn't have that puberty feel to her, you know?
No, she had geriatric feel to her.
She's always had that, and I
She
think
was
that
old when I
it's
was
like
young,
she was like
old.
she was like I was like 5, she was like 70. I turned like 10, she's still 70. She was just
Well, that's
that
kinda like
same amount of age.
Dick Clark, everybody. Everyone knows he's a robot.
He was.
Well, they just shut him down so they can rewire him and get him Windows
He
8.5.
He just needs a reboot. That's all he needs. He just
Yeah.
needs a reboot.
He needs a software upgrade. You guys just need to calm down. And they're going to put his face in something else. Or put him into something else. Because you just can't have Dick Clark. They had to, get rid of that skin bag.
You're right.
They probably have extra skin bags somewhere in
Right.
a closet.
What is that new movie coming out that has the brain? Is it Invincible or? It's the new Ryan Reynolds movie with him and
Sir Ben Kingsley. Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley?
Yeah.
Or was
I
it
can't
like
remember the name of
Eternal or Invincible or
It's
something
not
like that?
Invincible.
It's
Something. Like words.
It's like it's
That's
kind of
the
meaning
word.
like you're gonna last forever kind of thing.
Yeah.
Another cartoon that I loved when I was a kid was Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
Duck
Duck
was
was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Launchpad was in there.
Launchpad McQuack.
Yep.
Well, wasn't
He was
Launchpad
in-
in...
No, he was in
in
DuckTales.
Tailspin.
He was in DuckTales.
And he was in
DuckTales.
Tailspin too, wasn't he?
I
No.
don't think so.
I thought he had another... Like he was just a part of it. In some way, shape, or form. I thought they all tied in together.
I don't know.
Other than the fact that, like,
I mean, there's ducks as people walking down the streets. That can't be a coincidence in two different cartoons and their universe isn't the same.
Well, gummy bears were bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, because they were on drugs, man.
They were on gummy juice.
Oh, yeah, okay, now...
gummy berry.
Gummy berry juice.
Gummy berry juice. Yes, they were.
Also known as crack.
Yeah.
Crack.
A purple
Liquid
bottle of crack.
Crack.
Selfless.
Selfless. That's
I
it.
think that is it.
I guess that isn't about living forever, but whatever.
Self/less.
Yes. It's like face/off.
Gotta bring up Nicolas Cage, don't you?
Yeah, let's not do that.
Face Off?
I hate
What is
that
a great
guy.
movie?
I
I'm gonna
like-
take
Is it
his
selfless?
face off.
I like Face Off.
Is
I
it
do.
selfless?
But
Fuck
I
if I
still
know.
think
I think
Nicolas
it is.
Cage sucks.
Yep, it is.
Let's talk about things we like today, Jason. Not the
I know,
things that
we were. I'm
I'm
cool with the Gummy Bears. You just said Nicolas Cage and it brings my hatred
Shirt
for the
tails.
Nicolas Cage up. Shark Tale.
Shirt tails. Or
Shirt Tail. Shirt Tail.
It's those animals that had the shirts that had the sayings on them that would change based off of what they were saying or their emotions and stuff.
That
Anyways,
sounds
I
horrible.
have
It's-
zero idea. What channel was that on?
that
What
was a
was this?
really old cartoon.
Obviously.
It's back in my day.
I mean, if we're going to talk about something cool cartoon-wise, we'll talk about, like, Thundercats.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was watching as a
The
kid.
gargoyles.
Yeah, no. That was not...
Gargoyles was cool. It had-
But X-Men was around, so I didn't need to watch Gargoyles.
Michael Dorn, come on, as Goliath.
I watched, like, 4 of them.
It was Worf.
In all my
Come on, who
history.
doesn't
Worf.
like Worf as A voice actor.
No, I liked what other cartoons can I think of?
I'm not going to get into Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I watch
because
He-Man, and I can't watch.
That's not
He-Man
a cartoon,
anymore.
Thomas. This is an anime.
Because He-Man's kind of weird now that I
He-Man,
watch it now.
She-Ra.
Shirt Tails.
Well, no.
Yeah,
dude.
no, I never watched that
Dude,
show.
No.
No.
What is this, Australian?
No, it's
I
not.
think there's
It's
two
like
animals
the
that
Wiggles.
only come from Australia.
Well, no, there's a panda and a raccoon and a tiger
Kangaroo and a
and an orangutan and a mole.
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
Yeah, not so much.
They
Never
were
saw that
created
show.
in 1980 by a greeting card
Oh, yeah,
designer.
that's
Hey, guess
why
what?
I did.
Yeah, man. We haven't even been jizzed out yet.
You weren't a twinkle in your mama's eye.
Did
No.
you guys
Or in
ever
your daddy's
watch
eye.
Captain Kangaroo?
Not on
Reruns.
purpose.
I used to watch his shit on purpose all the time, and I loved his pin. I wanted the magic pin.
Okay, when did Captain Kangaroo come out?
It
Well,
was
that's different. Your weird shirt tails probably went, and nobody wanted it in syndication because
I
it was
didn't-
weird.
I never knew that Captain Kangaroo was in reruns when I was watching it. I just thought he was aged a little bit.
Captain Caveman.
Oh, that was the shit.
Captain Caveman!
But that was a spin-off, or that was they did that with Scooby-Doo, didn't they, or something like that?
It was
Flintstones.
It was
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera, and they
Flintstones.
all just went crazy.
Yeah, I think it was
Flintstones?
Flintstones.
But wasn't Scooby-Doo Hanna-Barbera too?
Yes.
Because they were in the Amazing Race or the Wild Race, or what was that stupid cartoon with Dastardly Dog and the bat?
Snidely.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Stop that pigeon. Stop that pigeon. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's the Amazing Race, I think.
Is that what it's called?
I
The
think it's-
Amazing Race?
I don't
think so.
remember the Amazing Race.
You know, and it was horrible, but it was something I used to
Oh.
watch.
Okay, Captain Kangaroo original release was October 3rd of 1955
Ooh.
through December 8th of 1984.
Yeah, you only watch reruns.
No.
2-year-old Megan does not remember live
I
action.
do remember live action from when I was 2 years old, but I do remember watching it when I was older too.
So you probably remember from then. Because I was given the
No,
option.
actually, because the first house that I remember watching it in was the house that we lived in when I was like 2 and 3 years old.
Alright.
that
don't remember
I
anything
have
from 2 and
very,
3.
very vivid memories of this house. What was it? Oh, speaking of cartoons, when Asa was, I'd say like 3 or 4, I went to Target, and they used to have like these DVD sets, you know? And one of them was like 50 old-timey cartoons. They had like Betty Boop and all this shit. I saw Betty Boop and Popeye. I was like, oh, totally, I'm going to get this. Popeye, Betty Boop, Felix the Cat. So I get it for Asa, and I'm watching it with her in her room, and I'm like watching, and I see, because these are cartoons from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s, where blackface apparently was totally the norm, and it was socially acceptable to have that shit on TV, and I'm like, oh my god, like they sold this for like $5 at Target, and was like, this shit's not edited at all.
Hello,
for
my
this
baby.
stuff.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl.
Oh yeah, I had Mortimer J. Frog for sure.
Racist frog.
Just like, what's wrong, Mom? I was like, I'm going to take that disc and I'm going to burn them. You cannot see it. I mean, it's neat because it's like historical, you know, like you kind of see how things were back then. But at the same time, it's like, really?
But
Well,
look at
really?
actors back in the day, though. At the same time, like actors played African American parts who were white actors, but they put blackface on.
I know.
So they could play an African American.
Right. Or you could have just hired a black guy to do it.
But
That
they wouldn't
wasn't
do
okay
that.
I
then.
know,
We get
but
that.
still, you think that putting him in blackface is better?
Back then, yeah,
Well,
because they could employ him.
well, not back then. So she's watching something and she's raising a child to not live back then,
Right.
to be in the now. So
I understand, but it
therefore,
doesn't
that
mean that you should
disc
erase it altogether.
need to be destroyed.
No, they don't.
Okay, no. I don't
You
think
forget-
we need
you
to
No,
forget
burn
where
I
them
think
and
that
shit
I-
like that. There exists. I think
I
a
think
historical
that it would
record of
be-
it should be kept.
Right. I think that it'd be good to keep it just so that I can, like, you know, when she's older, because she doesn't understand the reference when she's, you know, 3 and 4 years old. But, you know, when you have that and you can keep it until, like, when they get older, like, this is how fucked up and racist shit used to be, okay? Like, even cartoons where this wasn't necessary, they had this shit all the time.
Well, even with not that, in that instance, look at Looney Tunes and all the guns, the smoking.
Yeah.
Dude, there were so many characters that
Even in
smoked.
our day, though,
Yeah,
there was,
when we were
like,
kids.
yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime doll.
So, more on cartoons. There's always, Transformers and cool
GoBots.
cartoons like Voltron.
Voltron.
Which one though? The lions or the
Are
cars?
you serious right now?
vehicles.
You actually asked that question? There's no
I
comparison
love-
to the a bajillion cars that fly out of that ship. It's like, go 1,000 different vehicles. I connect the inner thigh leg. And I am the
The five of
femur.
us make this, and
Like, seriously right now? You guys could just have, like, 5? Like
the
the other ones?
lions.
You don't have to have lions. You have 5 cars.
True, but then it'd be Transformers.
I guess, that's true. But they still did the same thing.
Constructicon. Come on.
I
Constructicon.
had the Constructicon.
Or
I
Dinobots.
could make the Constructicon.
Yeah, I know. I'm
And
pretty sure of it.
the...
But they were originally like
the
neon
Dinobot.
green with purple.
Oh, yeah,
that
they
was-
were. Oh, yes, they
Originally, they were neon
were. I
green
wish
with
they would have
purple.
kept it. That would have been awesome. But no, in the new one, it was like all whack. By the way, those movies suck.
What?
Transformers, like
The
3
movies?
through
All the ones
Mark
without Shia LaBeouf.
without. Well, the last one with Shia LaBeouf sucked because the robots had beards. Like robots with beards, really?
You mean
What?
you mean they had fake wives?
No, dude. Like facial hair.
That's
Because they're scroungy. They hadn't taken a shower in a while. So, it's 5 o'clock shadow. No
it's,
big
it's
deal.
personality, man. Come on. The one dude, was it Mark Wahlberg
Uh-huh.
in the last one? And the big like
Hey, Mark Wahlberg doesn't save my day. Okay? No
Okay.
way, no how will Mark Wahlberg save the day. Mark
No?
Wahlberg could like.
what if you're stuck in a house with like a little creepy doll
No.
that's like, I want to play a game.
No, Mark Wahlberg could get snowed with a teddy bear. He's cool. He's really good at that.
He's really good at
Have
that.
you ever seen The Big Hit?
And he's pretty good in a non-serious action movie. Because that's a good movie.
It's
like The Big
I
Hit.
love that movie.
That's
He's-
actually a good movie.
It's actually one of those, like, he needs to do comedy more often because...
Yes.
Jason.
You get serious and you're like, I don't believe you, Mark.
I know. Was he in, like, was it Two Guns? No, he wasn't in Two Guns. He was in...
Are you talking about the one with Denzel?
Yeah, he was in one with Denzel.
Yeah,
It was serious.
Yeah,
and I didn't
Two
watch
Guns.
it because
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it.
Was it Two Guns?
it was Two Guns.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure it was Two
When you get
Guns.
serious, you just like start to
I
think,
know.
oh, come on, Marky Mark.
Well, like, I've seen you in your underwear, so
Yeah.
it can't be that bad.
Why don't you just feel the vibrations and not get so
Right?
upset?
I know.
Feel
Come
the
on, come on!
Come on, come on.
Where'd your Funky Bunch go?
Feel the
Who's this
vibrations.
guy?
Uh-huh.
Like, bro, you traded Denzel for the Funky
I
Bunch?
know.
But
No.
they were so
I would trade
funky.
Denzel. I would trade the Funky Bunch for Denzel.
But they're so funky.
Yeah, but have you seen Denzel in what was it, Equalizer?
No.
I have not finished that movie. I've watched portions of it twice, and the first time I fell asleep. The second time I came in middle of the movie, I had no idea what was going on, so I couldn't watch the rest of it. I have
Yep.
to watch the movie from start to finish kind of girl.
It's a good movie. It is a good
I will
movie.
watch it. Yeah, it's not a problem. I just
I mean,
Um,
it's weird, kind of, because you're trying to piece things together at first, and you're like, oh, this dude is some sort of ex-CIA something. Like, he's got to be. Like, you don't time everything you do. Like, everything.
oh yeah, like I'm gonna spend
Like-
4 seconds killing this guy.
Well,
2
no, I
seconds
mean,
killing
I'm
that
saying,
guy.
like, he's like, I'm ready to walk out my apartment. Boop. All right, here I go. Walking out my apartment, going to the restaurant. I'm at the restaurant. Boop. All right, I'm at the restaurant.
Okay.
Now I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to read my book. Boop. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Timing, like, all this shit.
OCD king. Have you ever watched The Big Hit?
No.
Oh, baby, you need to watch it.
Hand of God is getting a lot of press right now.
Yeah, it started today on Amazon Prime.
I'm just saying it's getting a lot of press.
I'm gonna watch it because
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Julian Morris. I love the preacher guy.
I like Ron Perlman. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I always remember him as Beauty and the Beast, Vincent. Linda Hamilton, Ron Perlman, in New York, all magical, fairy-like underneath the streets of New York, and him being all Vincent-y.
Who's Vincent?
Vincent was the Beast. It's a modern-day Beauty
So
and
his
the
name
Beast.
wasn't Eric at the time.
No, his name was Vincent.
Vincent.
It
That was
was-
like from 1987, 88ish.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
necessary for you to find out, babe.
It's on Netflix.
I know.
She's not one of the top billed people on that. It's 1987 through 1990. But he has the face for it. Ron Perlman just has, like, a lot of the
Well, he was
times...
Hellboy too, so he's like, discolor me.
That's
So I'm all
insane.
crazy.
Ron Perlman has the facial muscle, like bone structure to be.
Beast.
Well, just to be freaking.
Are you talking about the show Beauty and the
Huh?
Beast? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I was telling her Beauty and the Beast. Vincent. That's who Ron Perlman was. That's how I remember him.
Are you sure it's Linda Hamilton?
It is Linda Hamilton.
Oh.
It is. I knew that one just because she's the girl from Terminator. And that's
Yeah, but this was.
She's the
this
girl
was prior
from
to
only Terminator.
a lot of her
Yeah.
fame. So
She was Sarah Connor. I mean, honestly, her name just changed to Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor.
Are you saying the Beast should be the Terminator?
Hellboy and Sarah Connor. Hellboy is the Terminator.
No, I think they should really bury that movie. Please
Which
bury
one?
that
Hellboy?
movie. No, Terminator. Hellboy can go on. It's a comic book that
Why would
written
you
well.
bury Terminator?
Because it's stupid and it's been
Okay,
beaten to death.
so the original Terminator, has anybody seen that since it came out in like 19... Okay,
God, it was
so
awesome
the
pants.
part where Sarah Connor and John Connor? No, dad. Who's the dad? Kyle?
I don't remember what
Kenneth?
the fuck his name is.
Something?
His name is unimportant.
Anyway, so they're like, if
Sperm
you
donor. That's all.
turn your back to the screen and you listen to them, it sounds like a porn. Like, not like the sex scene, but like the leading up to the sex scene. So, it's very like piano, like.
All you need is a saxophone for the
I know,
80s.
right? It's terrible.
I mean, look at the movie for what it is. It's the first of... And it's 1980s, man.
I know.
Do you remember movies back then?
Yeah.
It wasn't that... They were scary. Like, you go back and look at it and you're like, wow, that was the special effects?
Mhm.
Okay, you can't. Come on.
Okay, so
That was the special effects for a lot of movies back then.
have you
Seriously?
have you seen Masters of the Universe since it
Of course
came
I
out when you were a
have.
kid? So
That-
those are terrible.
That was a
special
terrible
effects.
movie when it
Terribly
came
awesome.
out.
No, it was awesome when it came out because I was like 4.
Dolph
But,
Lundgren getting down.
you know,
He did
But
make
the
a
little-
good He-Man, kind of.
He did. He looked just like him. He
Yeah,
had
he
that
did.
gay spandex or onesie outfit, whatever you want to call that, the banana hammock action he had going.
His loincloth.
Sure. It was like a protective one, though. It was like made of solid stuff to like.
Yeah, but they
chastity
replaced
belt.
they replaced Orko with that little tiny guy.
Yeah, because
he's like Leprechaun, that guy.
yeah.
No, different guy. It's a different guy. It's the older guy. It's the older from Willow, the village wizard
Yes.
from the village that
or like
Willow
any
came
of
from.
the little midget
His-
characters from Legend, pretty much, like
His
the old drunken
prosthetics-
ones.
His prosthetics in that movie were terrible.
Who?
In Masters of the Universe, the little guy.
The whole movie was terrible. I
I
watched
had Courtney
it. When
Cox. It was fine.
Okay, just because. No.
No, that movie was awesome because it was He-Man for the first time. But you know, you look back
In
and
live
He-Man
action.
isn't that good.
As it is.
The old school one. Come on.
I mean, it's
Not
pretty
the
gay.
new. Not the newish
Like
one.
everybody's
that's-
wearing those panties all the time.
That's what they did.
What, wore no clothes and wore panties all the time?
no, we have
They-
like the
Thundercats wore clothes, spandex
Right,
and
but
clothes,
this
but
was
they wore
like-
clothes.
Okay, Panthro.
this was He-Man.
Panthro. You really saying that Panthro wore clothes?
No, he didn't.
I think he wore a little freaking panties.
He did wear little panties.
Okay,
This
Lion-O.
is-
All he had extra was a belt.
Yeah, dude, that belt was very manly, and I think it was I
Oh,
think he had like a
seriously?
spandexy shirt thing going on.
What?
I thought he had a spandexy.
Oh yeah, he did have a spandexy. So he either belonged in Flashdance or in an 80s cartoon. Come on.
I don't know what we were doing in the 80s. We were confused.
We didn't need tights on our superheroes in the 80s. We just need panties.
Yeah, I
Here's your
know,
panty
right?
draws.
That's because
Here's a
everybody was
utility
comfortable
belt.
with their feminism. That's all that. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with my female side. Bam.
Do you like how big my hair is
And then
today?
G.I. Joe
like my
does the
panties?
opposite.
We're rocking it.
They wear all sorts of clothes.
Well, they were military figures, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen. I mean, unless you count maybe.
Ooh, talk about a bad movie from a cartoon, G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Holy butt lovin'.
The second one
Did you say
was
holy
a little better.
Did you say funky butt lovin'?
That's what it was. That Rookie of the Year. Did
Yes. Funky butt lovin'.
you just say funky butt lovin'?
I
are you
always get
looking
that
up,
one confused with angels
producer?
in the outfield.
Our producer's
Don't-
looking up something for us, but we don't know what. I think it's gonna.
He's gonna do
spark this
image searches for 80s superheroes or
in
cartoons.
little bikini. Anyways, my girl is not a hobbit. Have you seen that South Park? It's fantastic.
Mm-mm.
I just watched it. Good stuff.
I
Okay.
have not seen that one.
Speaking of 80s and superheroes and cartoons and shit like that,
Uh-oh.
Gem and the Holograms.
Yeah. So I loved that show. Loved that show. And I just finally saw the first trailer on MTV like Thursday night. No, Tuesday night. And I am so disappointed. Completely disappointed because they totally modernized Gem and the holograms. They have like this. No, they do not have to. They can make it as ridiculous. I do.
I don't.
I do.
I lived through it.
She needs to have
I don't want to see the 80s again.
the sparkly star earring and the big ass hair. She has to have that. You're not doing this for the little tweeny boppers out there right now. You're doing this for the 30,
No,
they're
35
trying to
years old.
They're trying to build a new fan base.
It's only fair
marketing.
because they did it to all our beloved things, our comic books and stuff. They modernized them because they had to.
It's bullshit.
They found ways to
I'm
bring
calling bullshit.
Nobody wants to see giant cell phones the size of fucking this
They don't have
here.
cell phones in that at that time.
No,
No,
back
I'm
They
saying-
had payphones.
Back then, it was a briefcase with a cord hanging to the thing, and you're like, hello?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 1.
For real.
Bam. Danny Glover on the bridge scene, carrying that briefcase around, talking to his captain. Captain?
It's one of my favorite movies, by the way. Lethal Weapon 1 through 3, Golden, 4,
Which one was 4?
Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I think I blocked that one from my memory.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. 3 is the one where they had Rene Russo came in and
Is that with the golden... The...
Snappy Fingers.
No, the gold coins that are only... They're not supposed to be used as currency, and they're
I
not
think that was
supposed to be...
2 when it went onto a boat and he got blasted by like a bajillion rounds from a gun. Just lit up. And he's like spewing out blood.
That's the one. That's the one with the house on the hill that got pulled down.
Yes.
Is that?
It
That's
just sounds
3?
like GTA 4 to me.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
3.
Or GTA
No, that's
5.
2. The one with the house on the hill that got pulled down
Yeah.
by his truck.
Yeah, when he went all crazy
Yeah,
and was
that
just
was-
like, I'm
that
gonna
was
create a
after
distraction.
That was after the blonde
GTA.
girl.
Okay, so GTA 5, kind of.
Yeah.
They.
It wasn't
was
I'm
after-
creating
They
a
plagiarized
distraction. It was like, hey, I'm going to take your fucking house down.
You're
Cause you...
sleeping with my wife.
Do you remember the blonde girl got helicopter killed
No.
in that one?
Nope.
Remember he was dating like a secretary of the dude that the house that the guy was living in. It's Lethal Weapon 2, man. I'm telling you. The house falling down, Lethal Weapon 2. Lethal Weapon 3 was the, I don't know, maybe drugs or something. I don't know. Something bad. Something bad.
Drugs, something.
But they were
Mel
in a,
Gibson was crazy.
But they were in a housing development. That's where the end scene happened, where they like burned down the housing development and all
No.
sorts of shit
Oh,
got
wait. No, never mind.
blown up. Because that's Lethal Weapon style. I loved it. Mel
That's
Gibson
like
was
Die Hard
awesome.
style, dude. It was Lethal Weapon and Die Hard were pretty much hand in hand. At
You
that
want to know
point.
how he was such a good
Franchise?
Murtaugh and Riggs? He was Riggs, right? Or was he? Yeah, he was Riggs.
I think it was Murtaugh. No, Murtaugh's, yeah, never mind.
He was Riggs.
Uh-huh.
Cause he's fucking crazy in
That's
real life.
him.
Uh-huh.
That's him in
We
real
didn't
life.
find out until 30 years later, but he's fucking nutso, right? You make me want to smoke.
Like, I wouldn't put a fake gun in my mouth because ask Brandon Lee. That's not always something that works.
There's a
for you
difference.
in
If
your-
it's a blanks gun, it's a little different.
the blanks gun.
If it's a blanks gun, no, you don't put that shit like no.
I'm
no.
sure he did.
I'm
because
sure it was
he's
plastic.
Mel Gibson. No,
I'm
he's
sure it
Mel
was-
Gibson. He's like, put the blank gun in my mouth. It looks more real. I'm fucking crazy.
You see those battery? You see that battery with the
Do
jumping
you wanna?
cables? Do it.
Do you wanna? And then he has that look on his face, like, oh my god. And you like
He's
it then
losing
because you're
his
like,
shit, yeah.
he's a good actor.
He's a
Look at him
great
pull
actor.
Crazy
Yeah.
out of nowhere. No, it's not out of nowhere. It's out of himself.
I know.
He's like, I think I'll be Mel Gibson for this role. Crazy, but awesome. Because don't tell me you don't like Riggs in that fucking movie.
Crazy
He's
fucking status,
absolutely
yeah.
Crazy
Well, that's because it's the
awesome.
beginning of the whole.
Then he played Mad Max, you know? That
That was before Lethal Weapon, though.
It was, but what I'm just saying that his roles were all kind of just that crazy guy. And then he did a bunch of crappy stuff. Well, Braveheart, he was a crazy Irishman, Scotland, and
No,
Scottish.
he's Scottish.
Scottish.
It
He
was
a crazy
it was
Scot.
regarding the it was regarding the
English versus the Scots, and they're all
the
mad.
English
because
rule
you're
versus
taking
the
my
Scottish.
stuff, and I'm sad. We're gonna take claymores and beat you with them.
There's no beating with claymores. I'm gonna cut you in half.
Claymores are dull.
No, they're.
Yeah, they are. They're more bludgeoning than they are slicing.
Yeah, but you have enough. If you have enough force and weight behind it, even a dull blade will cut somebody.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they're not really that sharp. You can look it up, guy. Claymore. I'm gonna do a search. I'm fairly certain this was more of a bludgeoning weapon. And I don't know why it wasn't as sharp as it could be. Probably because it would break with all the weight. A claymore is something that was meant to hurt you through armor. It was something that you're wearing chainmail or plate mail, no matter what, it's the weight of it, just the blow plus the sharpness is gonna hurt. It's gonna dislocate your shoulder. It's gonna hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wearing armor and stuff, but if you have
point.
somebody that does not have armor on,
Well,
you're saying it's not going to cut them.
Slice him. Yeah.
You're going to cut that fucker in half.
A katana though. There's no.
If you have chainmail on and you bring a katana against
like
somebody,
like a rapier.
that katana is going to rapier will pierce through depending upon how well.
Slicing weapon, isn't it?
No, that's a piercing weapon. That's a fencing blade.
I thought. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Rapier is a fencing blade.
I'm ashamed of you.
I'm sorry.
I'm ashamed of you and your lack of knowledge.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking something else.
Thank God he never
Maybe
LARPed with you, Jason, because you wouldn't have known what you were doing.
Curved Arabic
that is
blade.
not a stabbing weapon. That is a slicing weapon.
It is on a certain scale because of the fact
I think
because
that
it's
because
curved
it goes
blades.
like this.
It does have a point.
Well, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
it does
but
have a point.
because of
Everything has a point.
because of the
what
curved blade, it's made to go under armor. It's made to go under like plate mail, and that's why the Turks had
Persian, isn't it?
It's Arabic.
Arabic, so
Arabic.
old
area.
style Arabic is Persian because they owned it all, didn't they? At one time where they were just everybody was Persian.
That one time.
You know, at band camp.
When Greece was big and like
Rome was big, and
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. You know, I can't be certain on that because I don't know if Greece and Rome were just at the same time period or if they were butting up on each other. I didn't think they were each in power at the same time.
Well, at different points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Roman Empire spanned for.
The Roman Empire is the last great empire.
Right, but it doesn't mean that Greece wasn't actually. I mean, the Romans were attacking Greece, the Grecian area.
But
besides being sharp and strong, the claymore swords also possess unusually high durability, which suggests that they are not ordinary swords. They seemingly never break or dull. No claymore sword has ever been depicted broken or otherwise damaged, and is implied by. Anyways, so they are sharp.
okay, I concede.
But katanas are 3 times as sharp as European swords, and 3 times as hard for that matter too, because of the folding.
Yeah.
Because from a katana standpoint, from a metallurgy standpoint,
Yeah, they fold it like
they folded the
hundreds of
shit
times.
out of that.
So it's hardened, super, super hardened.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch some of those History Channel or I don't know what? Maybe it's just like real life shit channels, whatever they may be.
real life shit channel.
There's
What
so
channel
many
is
of
that?
them.
And why
We're
don't
watching
we
the real
get
life
it?
shit channel right now.
There's so many of them, like all the Pawn Stars.
That
shows
is-
yeah.
and all the
that is
The
our
car
reality
next-
TV shows
Yeah,
channel.
That
but
is
the
our
channels
next
are
YouTube
just
channel.
everywhere.
Real life shit channel.
Yeah, real life shit channel. Anyway, one of them is like 3 or 4 guys make weapons.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. They like go and forge it and everything, and some of them are dumbasses. Some of them are all cracking their shit and messing up their
They
blades.
probably don't temper them right, and then fucking do.
Yeah.
I've seen.
They have a time limit. It's like a Iron Chef with weapons and
Well, that's
blacksmithing.
stupid. A good blade takes. You can't put a time limit on that shit.
well, they did.
Well, then they're stupid, and don't go into battle with one of those.
I'm sorry that my sword is all floppy and red hot right now, but I had a time
no, but
limit,
when you're
so.
punching it, it
Looks like my dog's penis. Just saying. And I don't even own a dog.
Oh god. But if I had a dog,
Floppy
it would
and
look
red.
like this.
Well, some of them put out really good blades and it looked good. and some of them look stupid.
Is it all steel
Looks
that
are
they work
different
with?
though.
No,
What
some
do they
of them were
work with?
using just like different pieces of stuff,
Like iron and random
I think
shit.
it is all steel actually, but different grades of it. Because they had like ball bearings and chain and shit, and they'd have to melt it all down, and they had to use a different, different stuff.
Right.
And I think everything, the different types of steel you use, makes the blade look a little different. You've seen those blades with the different like shades of
Mm-hmm.
metal colors on
Mhm.
them. It's because they use different types of steel.
Well, it's what it's mixed with.
Yeah.
You have zinc and you have zinc and a couple of other different minerals
You
that
also
you
could
can
be
mix
just
it
making
with.
all this shit up. By the way, I talk out my ass.
We are
so
not experts on
I'm not an
anything.
expert
I am
on
definitely not an
anything.
expert on
Wait.
anything.
If you were an expert on anything, that's a good topic.
If I was an expert on anything.
If you felt like you were an expert on anything, what would it be?
Like existing, like I'm an
Like in real life,
expert on
you
this.
feel very confident, and when you speak of it, you feel confident, like you know what you're talking about.
I am an expert at my job. Not only my job, but the jobs of those around me.
It's because you've done those jobs.
For like a long ass time.
Yeah.
I was an expert at those jobs.
Thomas?
Come back to me, please.
Well, I already had a thought in my head as you were
What's-
talking, because that's how I do things. I'm an expert at football.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to
Mm.
football, whether it's the X's and O's, the little bits of verbiage that I've heard over since I was like not able to walk. I remember football before anything else. Honestly, I remember getting football like Niner paraphernalia gifts of some
Just
kind.
because you get gifts doesn't mean that you're an expert, though.
No, I'm
There
just
are
saying
people that
that's
have
just how
had
my
like
memories
all
work.
of the swag, but they don't have any of the
Oh.
knowledge,
Oh,
and it's like what?
that's pretty much how my day starts.
Yeah.
Is I look at what's going on. I find my good football news resource that I like to use. And this has been over years of going through different ones that I really like this one. A certain person that runs this website who, when I first started going to it, it was garbage. It was just, they talk shit on the players. You know,
Mhm.
they had a thing called the Turd Watch for every time somebody got in trouble. They'd be like, count down to the next person that got in trouble. Oh,
Right.
so we have 23 days of no turds. This is serious. And then all of a
That's
sudden,
funny.
NBC Sports picked them up, and they're big now.
Yeah.
So I've given them, I can't even imagine how many hits I've given them.
Mm.
But I've definitely helped them out,
Right.
and that's where I get all my rumor information. You know what's gonna happen, but like playing the game and like knowing the step, how it works.
Hmm.
I've just watched too much of it over the years. It's the only thing I really, really like. I like basketball just because I can play it better.
Hmm.
I'm not big enough to play football. But football, like the X's and O's, yeah, I understand the shit out of it. You can
Right.
throw a play up there and I can read it. If
I
you were-
almost played Madden the other night because I was looking at it. I was like, man, the new Madden's coming out. I really should start playing that game.
You didn't. You were getting good at it. I was impressed.
I was good at being Mongo.
Well, that's true. That was stupid. This is button mashing. I don't know what that's about.
No, because you tried it, and you're like, how do you always sack the quarterback? How do you get through and do that?
And I want to be careful because I know you guys aren't sports people.
Yeah.
So I'm
I'm
careful
not
with that.
at all.
because
A sports person.
Oh,
No.
Panthers are playing tonight, by the way.
You don't
Preseason.
care. You don't care.
I'm curious, though.
You don't care.
I don't.
I'm curious because Cam Newton's my backup, and
I'm-
what if he's better in
I'm-
my fantasy league?
I'm
by the
curious
way.
just because that's the team that I chose.
Fantasy, by the way.
And I know that they were playing preseason tonight. And I'm kind of curious on how they did.
Okay.
So, what is your expertise, Thomas?
Random knowledge.
That's so
Random facts.
esoteric. So esoteric.
You're an expert on that? Because I
esoteric
can
knowledge.
feel like I'm an expert on that. No.
Esoteric knowledge is what you're going to go with. You chose that.
So what am I good at?
Right.
Like, I'm
So,
not an expert
The
at
way that I
anything.
see it is because I think about it. I'm like, no, I'm not really good. No, I'm not like an expert on any of these things. I kind of see outside of my job,
You get really good.
like
with
I'm a
computers.
jack of all trades, but master of none. That's really how I feel.
That's how I feel, though, too.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like, I don't consider myself an expert.
It's
in
like
anything.
I've dabbled in so many fucking different projects and things over the years.
That's why I'm saying
that
I'm an
it's-
expert at random shit.
Yeah. Well, and are you an expert at all of those things, or are you just a jack of all trades? Because I feel like I'm the jack of all trades. Like I can, like, oh yeah, I can dabble.
Well,
I've
look at the stuff
dabbled.
that I've done. I've been a florist. I've done landscaping. I've done
Nails.
nails.
Yeah.
I've done a whole.
It's a running
plethora
joke
of-
because
yeah.
every time he hangs out with Melly, he says, "Oh, I did that," and she's like, "Of course you did," because Thomas he's like, "Oh, I was an aerojet engineer once," like.
Yeah, I can't lay claim to that. You don't want to fly in a plane that I've built or
I know.
engineered.
You're right. I don't.
You don't.
But
I'm
it's
just
the
throwing
same kind
that
of thing.
out
It's
there.
like, oh yeah, well, whenever they're doing nails, they have to do this and that and this because of this. It's like, of course you would know that, duh, because hello. But
Nails?
since you've been in,
What a random, weird thing to have expertise in. Or not expertise, but knowledge of. I had a friend in junior high that when we went to high school, for some reason I didn't join the football team,
uh-huh.
and because I couldn't get the grades.
Mhm.
Let's be honest. I
Yeah.
couldn't
And
make
you'd be
the grade.
broken in half.
Well, no, at that point
He might
you
be a
have
good- he'd
the
running
you have
back,
the
running back, yeah.
ability.
I played defense, man. I played safety or corner. Those are little people on the defense. I played the little people on the defense. I like
Yep,
to
you
hit
got the
people.
speed in the hands for being a running back.
I like to hit people. Anyways,
But it's like a juncture at that point because like if you're not that size or that build, you at that point you can become that size and that build.
yeah, because I would have been in weight training all
Yeah.
the time. I would have been going for
But
that.
I wasn't
And you don't
interested
have
in
to be weighty. You just have to be like built. If you're going through an hour of weight training every
I
day,
spent all my time
and
in
then-
art class
Point being is that
or
the
drama.
next year in freshman year when he was on the freshman team,
uh-huh.
I remember multiple times I'd see him in the halls. Hey, boom, and he'd shoulder check me to the ground just for no
Just
good
for
reason.
no reason.
I was the guy who's choosing to pick on, even though we were buddies just a year before.
That's fucked up.
There was
That's
never
way fucked
any
up.
form of good reason. Nothing. I just accepted it. I was like, whatever. I guess I'm
God,
cool.
boys are stupid.
People thought I was a narc, so they usually stayed away from me.
Narc.
Yeah, because I was in school infrequently, and I was still passing, so.
Seems a narc.
No, they thought I was, until I graduated.
Then
I was like, the joke's on you, fuckers!
Then they found out
Yeah.
the truth of his
What do you mean I
narcdom.
didn't have to come to school every day and still pass? God damn it.
Narc.
He's on 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I look like I'm 30? Whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't. What's his name? Josh Hartlett or whatever his name is. What's his name? The guy, the football jock-looking dude.
Channing Tatum?
Yeah,
Channing Tatum.
Close, but not really.
Josh Hartlett?
I don't know. I thought of Josh Hartlett because of
Hartnett is his name, but
Hartnett,
not
Hartlett.
totally wrong.
Dragnet. Who
Hartfield.
cares?
I haven't even
Dragnet.
seen him since like Sin City.
I have not either.
I remember him from that Nouveau fucking film. The
Like
one
Sin
about
City?
Marilyn Monroe time. I went to a sneak preview for it.
Oh. I don't know.
But yeah, Sin City, I know him from that too, but the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then never again in the film. But Bruce Willis.
So,
If I can look half as good as Bruce Willis at his age,
Maybe you look twice as good as Bruce Willis at your age, so you're fine.
I just gotta say, I was reminded of something
have hair.
that my dick of an uncle said.
thank you for finishing that sentence.
Hey!
I just remembered
New segment.
my dick of an
I
uncle.
was just texting me, and I remembered it, and it was pretty fantastic. When we were at the wake for my grandma,
Uh-huh.
somebody was saying, blah, 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 oh, we're so glad that you turned out, talking to me, that I turned out well. And my Uncle Chris is like, well, Grandma was there to make sure he didn't turn to the rock or the pole.
Wait, clarify. Stripper pole or
Oh, he didn't clarify. I think it was one of those open-ended
Either
poles.
or, yeah.
either poles?
Either pole.
Like smoking the pole?
Smoking the pole, dancing on the pole.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You don't quite
Is
have
that
to
like a family friend?
Oh, that was to our cousin.
Wait.
Yeah, one of our second cousins, Kathy, telling her, trying to give us some
Yeah.
compliments about our grandma.
Yeah.
Or my grandma, his mom, and he liked to let everybody know that kept me off the pipe or the pole.
That's always a good conversation
That's
starter.
fucked up. Tell me more.
Well, also that week, I will
Would
give
you like to know more?
Eventually, a certain amount of people walked in, and I walked up to my uncle. I have a game for you. We're going to play how many men here have slept with my mom. Start counting.
Your mom, yeah, go
I
ahead.
was like, I got a counter game. How many men have slept with your mom and my sister? I'm like, damn it. You're on. Yeah, there was 3-2. That's the end of that segment on my Uncle Chris is a dick.
We hope to hear more sometime, Jason. That was a fun game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was plenty. It's just hard to remember them all. It's been so many years.
Well, he started talking.
Whoa.
Family Guy.
Okay.
It was Mort.
I just came back from a potty break and heard Thomas talking about pinching off the tip of his penis, and I was worried. Definitely worried about what was going to happen here in the near future.
No, I said, like, you take a long-ass fucking time to pee. I was like, pinch it off. And then I'm like, no, don't do that. That's bad.
Don't
Like,
judge
that
my
damages
amount of time I
urethra
take to pee.
urethra.
I have to let the fucking water rise back in your toilet because it's all functified. So,
Anyways, back on topic, guys.
what is the topic now?
We were talking about what are you an expert in? And my whole thing was just like, I don't feel like an expert or a master of anything. I'm just more or less of like, I have a lot of random knowledge that is usually useless.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you've done, like in projects or something, that you feel that you're a jack of, but not necessarily an expert of?
In, like, business-related projects?
Not business-related projects, but like things that you've done.
Oh. If I put my mind to it, I can usually achieve a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've put down the bass for a while. I'm a little disappointed in that. My finger injury pissed me off. And the fact that I can't extend my fingers all the way, that's starting to really piss me off. Because of the whole strumming thing. Like, I'm trying to get I can't. Because you have to be even more ambidextrous, or you have to be even more dexterous.
With that one?
Yeah, and I can't do that. This, 2, that's cool. 1, is cool. Pick confuses the shit out of me because up and down is totally foreign. I am sorry.
He's like, when I look down, that's up, right?
No, when you're
so
when you're going down in chords, it's good to strum down. And then when you're going up in chords, it's good to strum up, but always keep the motion of up and down going,
right,
regardless if you're strumming down or up. And like try and keep that motion so that way like you know pluck, 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 pluck. But it confuses the shit out of me. As far as like, I'm a gamer. I should have good hand-eye coordination, and I fucking suck.
Well, you know what would probably help you if you turn the X, Y axis, whatever, the normal way.
On my guitar, on my bass?
No, on your, do this. Change it so that your up is up and your down is down. Not
yeah,
up is down, down is
up.
up.
Shit out of me.
Right, so that's probably why you're getting all fucked up. Even though you're a gamer, it's because you're thinking like
it's because
down
of
is
years
up
of
and
Guitar
up is
Hero
down.
and just clicking down. That's how I've broken 2 guitars. Only click down, and it's really hard to do Metallica. Only clicking down. Because you have to be fucking a whiz, like, wah! Hitting the down all the time, not up and down. Metallica is almost impossible at that point.
Why do you only do down though?
It's natural for me.
It's
Because it's a button.
it's
Yeah,
not a button.
that's
It's
pretty
a,
much it. It's a button.
switch. It's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
I don't
down,
think of it
up,
as a
down,
switch.
down.
I think of it as a button.
Change your
Push the
thinking,
button.
and it'll help you.
I've tried. I tried changing to bumper jumper, and that shit confuses the shit out of me.
What is bumper jumper?
It's a first-person shooter setting on a controller, primarily identified with Halo, but I tried it for a while, and I can't. It means using a different jump button.
Oh, so using the bumper as a jump button?
Yes, which allows
Oh.
you to target people while you're jumping at the
Got it.
same time, which is crucial in what generals have. I understand.
I'm not going to talk about this again.
We talk about it off the podcast, but this is...
on the
Anyways.
podcast is the difference between, this Halo player and that Halo player. Greatness and, good.
Shut up, scrub.
Mediocrity.
No, he's good. He's not mediocre. He's good.
Are you saying you're a better Halo player than he
Oh
is?
God, I'd wreck his face, and he knows it.
Oh, there's a challenge.
Tomas.
He
Tomas.
challenges you to a
We've
duel.
played together.
Tomas.
I'm good support.
He's great.
Oh, so he does wreck your face.
If we went 1-on-1, it'd be close though.
Oh, it's like how Madden's close.
No, this is different.
He beat me. Pretty drunk.
That's interesting. I never
We
knew
were
that.
drunk, yeah.
I never knew that, guys.
I get bad when I'm drunk. I just start doing everything. It was like, oh, it's gonna make it. No, you overconfident drunk bastard. That's an interception.
That's the
Thanks
same
for
thing that
throwing
happens.
it right to him.
That's what happens in Halo though too. I get too drunk and I'm like
One eye open. Yeah.
one-eyeing it. It's like he used to be in Idaho with Jeff and like me here in California, and like they'd be rolling around killing fools left and right. And I'm trying to be tactical about it. I'm like, and that's one of the things. It was like I call stuff out, how many there are, what they're carrying, what they're using, what direction they're going to. I'm like, just don't run around. Grab a friend. Use the buddy system. Always have a buddy with you.
He was our best eyes and ears in the game because we were just going to kill people. I'm about to shoot people in the face.
Well, so am I, but I want to make sure that everybody else around me knows what's going on.
Yeah, but I was great. Greatness just
Funny.
jumps around and kills people. Everybody else is on Thomas's controls or something like that, and I can just make them look bad.
Right.
I'm sorry, dude. Your controls were
Lame.
lame. You can't win. Like, you went against somebody who was good, just the same skill level as you, who had the different controls. They win because they have a better situation going.
They have an advantage.
You're not
as
going to
far
get
as
all
jumping.
the headshots.
I'm pretty good about flipping back and forth
Nah,
between
you
A
got
and
it.
stick.
Oh man, I told you.
Like, that's me. I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit if I'm good at the game. I enjoy playing it, so I'm going to continue to play it. It's like bowling or golf. Like, I'll do that shit. I don't mind. She's not very good.
Well, we've met few girls that are
Gamers or
Yeah.
good?
good.
Jeff's wife.
Yeah, she's alright.
Oh, bullshit. She carried us on a number of
I
occasions.
play League with her, and I'm sorry, Shauna, if you ever hear this, but
He's like, yeah,
It was
she's
funny
okay.
because she was drunk all the times that we were playing. I'm like, she's mopping the floor
She's
with
good
the
at Halo.
team.
it was the Halo that I haven't played very
Reach.
often multiplayer, but
Yeah.
I mean, she was good.
With Halo, I only had experience playing up in Oregon. And it was my friends. It was like they were engaged and they would play. We'd all play Team Slayer and we'd all go fuck each other up or whatever. And they set my stick so that it was like up is down and down is up and shit.
Oh,
I was
like
like,
Thomas.
I can't handle this shit. I'm like in
No,
the ground the
What a
entire
weird
time.
thing. I don't like flying an airplane as a person. Just pretend like you shove a stick in the back of your head. I don't want to shove a stick in the back of my head. I want when I
But
push
it makes
up,
sense to me in a scientific way. Like if
I
you
was
have,
an airplane.
Right,
If I
but
was
my
directing-
brain doesn't work that way. Like, hey, pull your hair back up. Pull
You
your
know the only time that would work if my name was Starscream and I was a fucking Decepticon and I was a transformer because I would turn into a person and I was normally an airplane, so I'd be like, oh, okay, this works. I get it. I'm normally an airplane. I'm usually doing this.
So you're basically like, I still think that I'm controlling like a robot or
An
a puppet.
airplane.
You're
An
not.
It's a
airplane.
puppet.
You're in the view of the person. Like, your person is right in front of
I
you.
know it's first person.
It's
So
first
you're not
person.
saying like, "Hey, I'm your puppet master."
But I can't make that disconnection between like
can't.
I'm controlling.
You know how
This-
mad I've gotten grabbing his controller?
I know every time. God damn it! How come I can't move?
Fucking Thomas. That's like the words.
Option,
Fucking
option,
Thomas.
op-
Beep, beep, beep,
option,
snap,
button
and then
layout.
you got it right.
Yeah.
And then I can fight again. Otherwise, I'm doing this.
I keep trying to look up, but I'm looking down. What the fuck?
I usually change your sensitivity to weak sauce.
Really?
Yeah, I go 3.
I go like 5 or 6.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to go crazy. You don't
No,
want to go
you're
like
just
This
very
is also
precise.
this is
steering
also
wheel.
that line, that fine
Yeah.
line between
I want to get there and I want to get there
like
fast.
love in the game we're playing in Halo. You had the ranked games, you had up to 50. 50 is the highest rank you can get. When you got to like 45, it was an obvious difference between the players you're going against. It was like, God damn, I cannot beat these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we talked to them, and they told us some of their secrets and some
Mm-hmm.
of the things they do, and that's when we found out Bumper Jumper, a
Uh-huh.
certain layout,
Uh-huh.
button layout, was prime for trying to kill people. It made
Right.
it easier. It made you have an advantage over everybody
Right.
else.
But
And
at the beginning, you're like, I'm trying to throw a grenade and it's jumping everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing.
You reload in people's faces.
Yeah.
All the time. You like go up to bump to hit somebody, and you're like, yeah, I'm reloading. What?
Hey,
Skirt?
how's it going? How's it going? How's your mama?
Yeah. This is all happening right now.
Hopefully you're doing it when their back is turned, so when they turn around, you're like, shh, beep.
No, usually you're dead.
Yeah.
Usually you're dead. You just reload in somebody's face. It's all bad.
You're like,
So-
look how fast I am at
Look.
reloading
One of
this
the
shit.
other things they told us was your
Reload.
sensitivity needs to be down.
Mm-hmm.
3 is where you need it because you don't want to actually touch your right controller as much as humanly possible.
Right.
You want to use your left stick to line them up. So what you do is you try and set yourself up at headshot all the time.
Oh yeah, no, I do that.
And then you line yourself up left to right.
Right.
You just keep doing that, and they jump, you can move it and stuff. I mean, there's also different, variables when it comes to what's going on, but
Right.
you keep it slow because when it gets all
These
crazy
what
high
the
speed,
experts
you don't
have
need that.
told us.
Hey man, I got pretty close. Not level 50. I didn't get that high. I'm not that good. The newest ones are all garbage. You just have to play a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, good. You don't do anything other than play this video game. Good for you.
Yeah.
You have no life. I got kids. I ain't got to do this right now. I got things to do. Dinner needs to be made. Halo does not need to be played. It was just like, wow, man. I couldn't put the effort into it. I couldn't give it the all.
Mm-hmm.
But
I couldn't give a shit.
it's super
I'm
fun.
sorry.
Hey,
I
kick
can't.
people's
I
asses
can't.
is super fun.
I can't now.
See, you don't have that. You haven't played League of Legends enough. The satisfaction
Because I
you
don't
get
want-
from raping somebody's face and like them being super
Metaphorically.
sad, like
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a metaphoric face rape. It's not real. That's mean.
Like, how does that
It's
happen?
mean.
That's mean.
It's
You
not.
don't
That's
rape
frowned
people's
upon in this
faces.
society.
You just shove your penis against the cam.
No, you don't do that. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
I'm
not right.
pretty sure that will get you banned.
Yeah,
for
I'm pretty
years.
sure of it too. I was just.
Oh, there's been some real bans in there. Because think about it. You're just one guy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big, long, 30-minute game
Mm-hmm.
where it's truly, if either team is pretty equal, one person just fucking around and just trolling
Right.
and just being a dickhead
Yeah.
could ruin the game. So you could be like the character that's like the little cute character that like goes invisible when he stands still
Mhm.
and sets up all these little mushroom traps. You could just be that character and troll everybody and just be a dick. I've had it happen. I've seen some ridiculous trolls. Like, I'd be typing, "What are you doing?"
He actually
Kevin.
said,
And this is actually a thing I can never forget. A guy played Nunu, and his name was Kevin. And this guy would just like go into like random bushes and wait for people, like 20 minutes. He's like, I'm typing, Kevin. What are you doing? He's like, nothing. Doesn't say a word to us. But all of a sudden, like, we're in a team fight. All things are bad, and Kevin comes and saves the day. Thank you, Kevin. But what the fuck are you doing? And he would just go on his merry way. Going around, hiding in bushes behind turrets and shit, just like in bad places.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be there, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you there? I'm kicking it. I'm gonna get this guy. He's coming. I'm gonna get him. What are you doing? I've had a lot of
We're
those
hunting
moments.
rabbits.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Just let it happen. Okay, Kevin. And it was one of those games where me and my teammate, the person I was talking over headset, was way better. We're way better than these
Right.
guys, so we carried
But
them
they have the
through.
assist kill all the fucking way. They're like, Oh, I'm sorry that you beat this guy to a bloody
No.
pulp, but I'm gonna take the
No,
fucking.
Kevin's worse.
Oh
He
yeah.
would come in and kill them. It's like I did all the work, and all of a sudden Kevin comes strolling down the lane. Snowball.
Wait, what was that? What
For
was
the
that
win.
motion again?
Oh,
Your arms?
He's a Yeti. He's
Oh.
played Nunu, who's a Yeti with like this little person on top, little Eskimo person on top.
Master
Oh.
I'm
Blaster?
not exactly sure what's going on,
It's
but he walks like this.
Abominable Snowman Master
Mhm.
Blaster.
Yep,
He's a bushwhacker.
kind of. Kind of has
That
a
was the
bushwhacker
bushwhacker
look.
motion.
Bushwhacker move.
Oh, I've had plenty of these people. People just chilling, just kicking. Like one time we played. I think we had 3 people in the same room, and we had 2 other teammates, and we're
Oh,
playing
that
was
5.
LAN
basement.
party.
This is the basement.
It was our basement when we had 3 computers.
It wasn't a party. It was daily. It was
Yeah, it's all
every
the time.
day.
This was it. This was our jam all the time.
Like, you go into any comic books store
Yes.
on a LAN party day, and that's pretty much what
Yeah.
their basement was.
Only it smells like BO.
every day.
Oh God, does it smell like BO?
You remember
God.
that scene in South Park when they were trying to, like,
Yeah,
grind
but
up to
you don't understand
level? Alright.
You see the fat kids? I had the most in shape 2-3 people ever to play video games and sit there and do it for 8 hours straight.
Oh wow.
Well, you
I
have
had
an
two
ex-Marine.
Marines.
What are you doing?
Marines.
2 ex-Marines.
No, 2 Marines at
Oh,
the
they were
time.
Marines at the time, yeah.
Yeah,
2
they were Marines, and then
him.
somebody who bench presses 325 pounds or some shit he did the other day.
So
That's
he had the
funny.
WoW team on roids.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like, so we work out and then we play video games.
And then we go work out some more.
Then we work out some more.
Yeah.
That's what I had.
then we sleep for about 3 hours.
Here's
Then we
some
wake up
aggro.
again, eat some protein bars, drink some protein shakes.
I had one guy sitting there staring at this dragon for like 30 minutes.
Like on
And
his
event-
screen.
Yeah, like he
Okay.
was just sitting there. His character's sitting in the
I thought you
dragon
were saying,
area.
like, he was staring at this dragon I
Well,
saw
he can't kill the dragon. Okay, he
sitting
can't.
on his table.
It would kill him, but he is like so inebriated that he can't focus, so he just set his character there and nobody's gonna find him. And we're like, where'd he go? And I turn around because I'm like, where'd he go? And I see him just sitting there and just like has this look like I'm not doing too good. And this is one of the
Yeah.
longest games I've ever played. It's an hour and 30 minutes. We're defending. It's all bad.
Lol.
Eventually, he comes out of nowhere. He's like, wakes up, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm playing a video game. And comes and saves the day. 'Cause all we
Not
need-
like Kevin.
No, not like Kevin, because he was actually good at the game. But he'd also just been chilling and not getting any gold or any of that
He's
kind
like-
of things you
Yeah.
need in this game to be good. But he
Hold
was
on.
the extra guy to we're kicking their ass while we're defending.
So this guy is the guy with the one eye open, one eye closed kind of
Yes.
guy.
Oh my God, yes.
That's awesome.
And see, I feel bad because I try to get Thomas into this game so many times, and I
I
try to
know.
explain to him it's so hard to like get over the hump. The hump.
I
is-
read that article
so
where the guy was
difficult.
explaining it. I even posted it and tagged you in
I
it.
know
I was
you
like,
did. That is the struggle. You get over the hump and you actually start beating people. It's so awesome because it is a very one-on-one. It's a you
it's a
versus
mono
them.
game, mono.
It's a gamer competition. It's fun.
I'm waiting for Eye of the Tiger to come out.
I don't feel
Damn.
that would be fun though.
I don't really.
It's challenging.
Like let's go meet people and go outside.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's always that, but nobody likes to play sports that I am friends with.
You know what?
I'm not saying going to play sports. Just go fucking throw a frisbee around or something. I don't know.
I don't. That's a sport to me, and I don't think my friend would be down with throwing frisbee either. Just saying.
If our tree
Thomas
didn't
is not
look
the
like it was
friend
gonna
that I'm
kill
gonna say,
you.
Hey, bro, let's go play some basketball. So I'm going to LARD. You guys excited?
You're going to
Go to
LARD?
Yeah, I'm moving to LARD.
Where's LARD?
Manteca?
Manteca is the Spanish word for lard.
Oh, it's fat, or just
Just
lard.
lard.
Just lard.
So gordita is fat.
Gordita
man.
is little fat girl.
Oh, gordito is a little fat boy.
Yep.
What
Look
is
at you.
little fat? What does fat mean? How do you say
Gordo.
fat? Gordo. Gordo.
So just fat
Man.
would be gordo or gorda.
Tika is lard.
Manteca. Lard.
I'm going to LARD, man. Unfortunately, they don't have the water slides anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the only fucking reason to ever
I
go to
know, right?
Manteca.
Well, that guy in the RV salesman. You know, Manteca.
I'm Crazy Hal.
Yeah, that guy's there. Maybe. I don't know, actually. And, well, we're thanking you guys for listening to this rambling, drunken podcast.
Again. But thank you very
for
much.
all of our followers. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Google Plus. Follow us on
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. Spin the wheel. You have a 99 to 1 chance, I guess. 0 to 1, 2 to 1. I don't
Either
know.
way, thank
Ratios.
you all.
Anyways, thank you.
Thank
And,
you.
We're signing off.
Have a good evening.
Have a good evening. I actually said it that time.
You did. Because I called you out for it. He says good evening.